Welcome to NFL 2K5 Fantasy Draft Franchise. And we're going to start in this video. It's going to be another video about the stats of the season. For the rookie watch, Philip Rivers is still leading the rookies with the best season of all three. Rushing, Kevin Jones is still 13 attempts to 78 yards. Receiving, Reggie Williams and Roy Williams, respectively, leading the rookies with Lee Evans right behind them. With Steven Jackson and Michael Clayton with the most receiving yards. Defense, Carlos Dansby has the most tackles. Sacks goes to Igor Lansky. Interceptions goes to Gus Scott, Charlie Anderson, and D'Angelo Hall for the Patriots. Wow. And now, now we'll look at the player awards for this week. Week 2, Urlacher at linebacker had 13 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 interception for the Redskins. Brown had 8 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 1 fumble for the Lions. Clinton Portis had 16 attempts, 53 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 101 receiving yards, and 1 reception for a touchdown. And Peyton Manning for the Vikings had 23 completions out of 33 passing attempts for 337 yards and 3 passing touchdowns. The Vikings offense looks as great as ever with Peyton Manning and Steven Jackson. And then the statistics. So league leading, AJ Feely with 15 completions for 23 attempts. I feel like that's how much he had last week. Maybe it was their bye week. That would make sense. Peyton Manning, though, has... Culpepper has the most completions and is tied with Donovan McNabb for the most attempts. But so anyway, Manning this season has 695 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. John Nitna has 36 completions for 52 attempts, 69%, 519 yards. Palmer had a way better second game with 23 out of 38 for 354, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. David Carr is killing it, better than his real-life counterpart, with 3 touchdowns and a good completion percentage. Where are some of the bigger names? Tom Brady, 40 for 60, 2-2. Obviously, it's Belichick who's the winner out of that tandem. The old man, Brett Favre, 431 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Who leads the league in interceptions? Eli Manning's 1 for 4. And Michael Vick's 1 for 3. Yuck. He has a good completion percentage, but him and the Jets do not go well. Philip Rivers is doing okay at best. For a rookie, it's not too bad. But Peyton Manning is very impressive. Rushing. LaDainian Thompson's all the way down there. But Jamal Lewis with the Ravens, he somehow got back to the Ravens. 44 attempts for 204 yards. 1 touchdown. Leads the league in broken tackles next to Ricky Williams. Most attempts goes to Rudy Johnson. Oh my goodness, with 55 in 2 games. Touchdowns goes to Rudy and LaDainian Thompson for the Packers. Fumbles goes to Quinn Griffin with 2. And fumbles lost, Quinn Griffin. Wow. Receiving makes sense. We could not stop Torrey Holt. He destroyed us. And right behind him is Reggie Wayne. Thrown to, Torrey Holt has 23. Steve Smith has 15, and Brandon Lloyd has 15. Brandon Lloyd has 11 for 170. But Holt and Smith are leading the league in yards with Joe Horn right behind them. Dropped. Falk, Hoover, Smith, Beckett, and Woods all have 2 drops. Defense. Urlacher is leading the league in tackles with Sam Cohert and Grant tied for second. Assists go to Rondé Barber with 18. Fred Thomas with 10. Urlacher with 9. Sacks go to Burt Berry with 4. Junior Seau with 3. Charles Grant with 3. Warren Sapp with 3. John Henderson for 3. And then a whole bunch with 2.5. 2, and it goes lower and lower and lower. Passes defended. Lewis has 2. Charles Tillman has 7. Sean Hartz has 5. Kenoy Kennedy has 3. Interceptions. Grant has 2. Seau has 2. Mike Brown has 2. Bobby Taylor has 2. Marcus Coleman has 2. Yards. Brown and Reed have the most yards. Reed had that big return last game. Touchdowns from picks. Brooks, Stoudemire, House. Oh yeah, right. House had that big pick 6 too. Dwayne Starks, Lito Shepard, and Sheldon Brown all had great pick 6s this season so far. Tackle for losses go to John Henderson and Brown and Berry for second. Forced fumbles, Mike Minter with 2, and then the rest of the league has 1. Fumbles recovered, Rod Woodson with the Packers. Only 3 field goals have been blocked. Special teams now. Kick returns goes to Tim Dwight with Dante Hall in 3rd. Kevin Jones has a touchdown on kick returns. Now, punt return yards. Dante Hall has 166 in 1 game. Somehow Aaron Brooks has... Okay, that makes no sense. But Dante Hall had a touchdown last game. That was great. And let's look at the yards here. So, the most yards is with the Vikings. They have a high-powered offense. Passing goes to the Vikings. Right behind them, the Bucks, and then the Bills, and then it goes lower and lower. Average passing yards, like per game, is the Vikings and the Broncos. Rushing yards goes to the Panthers, and then the Ravens, and then the Packers. Average yards per rush is us, the Saints, but we don't really rush much. That's why. But then the Rams. Total yards allowed by defense, the Eagles have the worst defense in the league. Then the Dolphins and the Chargers and the Jags. The least amount is the Giants with 345. They have one of the best defenses in the league by almost 200 yards. Passing yards allowed. Worst is the Dolphins. And then second is the Seahawks and then the Eagles. But the best passing defense is the Giants and then the Colts. And the Bills. Rushing yards allowed. Chargers have allowed the most with 312, and the second is the Eagles with 301. And rushing yards allowed is us with 115, and then second is the Giants with 132. First downs, Bills. Third down attempts, conversion attempts, Steelers with 27. Third down conversions, Panthers. Percentage goes to the Ravens and then the Panthers. Fourth down, Cardinals. Wow. Okay. Red zone. Who has the best red zone offense? The Packers. Who has the most red zone touchdowns? The Packers, I believe. Yep. Packers and Panthers. Red zone efficiency. Right here. Texans. A lot of them have 100% here. Who has the worst? Bengals, Buccaneers, Browns, Jets. Yeah, we're in the... I mean, we have 75%, but it's still low. Not as bad as the Bengals, though. The Bengals are awful. We have the least amount of penalties, I think. Third, yeah. Finally, I want to see the team standings here. We are 2-0. Let's see. Steelers are still winless. Browns are still winless. Jets are still winless. Jaguars are still winless. Buccaneers are still winless. Cardinals are winless. Eagles are winless. But wow, we are 2-0. Finally, we're facing the Rams this week. Let me get to what I need here. Cat management, right? No. Contracts. Rams. Okay. So, their team is looking like Rodney Harrison starting at strong safety, 97 overall. Todd Heap, a great tight end, especially in this time, 92 overall. Deuce McAllister at running back, 92 overall. He has a lot of receptions. Dexter Jackson, great free safety. Dexter Coakley at linebacker. Look at those eyes. Looks like a killer. Keyshawn Johnson near the end of his career, 85 overall. Big boy, Pat Williams, 84. And they also have Kurt Warner for 5 years. Back with the Rams. And they also have Justin Smith at 81. He's a future Hall of Famer. And I'm pretty sure that's it. See if there's any other names I know. Kevin Jones, best rookie running back in the league. And Chris Gamble, Ohio State. He sealed their win in the title game. And they have Osi Umenyiora, who in real life became a good pass rusher piece with the Giants. But yeah, Rams are going to be hard to beat. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.